There we were. Anyway, hello and welcome to another episode of Lex Education, the comedy science podcast where comedian Laura Lexx tries to learn science from her nerdy, younger, normal brother, Ron.
Ew.
We weren't horrible about him, and anyway, just because he liked to tweet, he's not going to actually listen to our podcast.
No.
Rick Edwards, if you listen, let us know.
I just thought it was bold, because I think we said it was like he was on autopilot, a la the film Click.
Well, we're not. Anyway, it got cancelled 2 years ago, so it's not really our problem, is it?
It got cancelled 2 years ago?
Yeah, all those ones we've been watching at Mum and Dad's, they're just reruns.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
The lovely source discourse has been out there forever.
Yeah, we're probably not even the first podcast to cover the lovely source episode. All those watch-along impossible podcasts, they're like, dude, that is old news. So how are you, Ron?
Oh, worst day of my life.
No, why?
So, you see that there's a muddy patch up there?
Oh, there is a muddy patch on your ceiling. Fresh plaster by the looks of it.
Yeah, so yesterday, luckily, I was already planning to WeWork from a friend's house just for fun. But I'm getting ready to leave, and then just two builders walk into my room, and I was like, oh hello, and then they were like, so we were coming. They're nice guys. I've met them before, but yeah, nobody told me they were coming. I work in here. That should have been like relayed to me. It's bad. And because there's like a leak in the ceiling, or there was. Hopefully they fixed it now. But then I just got back, and then everything in my room just had a thin film of dust over it. So I had to deep clean everything in my room. I had to take my rug out into the garden and shake it.
Oh, like Zazu wanted to do to Scar.
Sure. I don't get your references anymore.
You've watched Lion King.
Yes, but no.
He'd make a very handsome throw rug, and just think, every time he got dirty, you could take him out and beat him. Zazu. No? Not interested.
I get it. I just feel like we're... It's just not what jumped to my mind.
It's not a quote like Rick Edwards from Impossible saying a lovely sauce kind of a quote. I see what you're saying.
No.
No. All right. Fair. Well, I'm in a very bad mood, Ron, because I was just halfway through making some delicious brownies. And what I thought I'd do is make half with walnuts and half with no nuts, because some people are crazy and don't like brownies with nuts in. And then I was changing over, and I put the next lot of batter into the pan, and then forgot that pan had already been in the oven with the first batch, picked it up to put it in the oven, burnt all my fingers, and dropped just the whole brownie batter mix all over the floor.
Oh my goodness. But you've got the first batch though.
Yeah, but they've got walnuts in, and I feel like you can't turn up with just walnut ones, so...
To your own party?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. And also just tell anyone, if anyone's like, I don't like walnuts, then you just say, fuck off. Eat your own brownies, you child-mouthed prick.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
That's sad. I've really wanted to be successful at putting on this party.
Well, I was very sympathetic when you first told me this, but you're still providing freshly baked brownies.
Yeah, that's true.
I honestly, I think you just need to make anyone that complains about the walnuts feel like an idiot.
Complain, but they might mention it in the car on the way home.
Yeah, but you need to insert a culture where people are policing each other on that sort of thing. So if Mary says to Jane in the car on the way home, "Oh, walnuts in the brownies," you want Jane to be like, "And? So?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
How many brownies did you bring to the party, Mary?"
Yeah.
0 brownies? Then shut your brownie hole.
You brownieless punk.
Because I'm making 2 other cakes.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Laura, why are we even talking about this? Jesus
I burnt my fingers and I wasted
yeah,
a delicious
but you didn't
brownie
mention that for ages. No.
I just wanted to be cool and a domestic goddess.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't take you seriously with this aviators and a moustache. You've got some sort of filter on, a Top Gun one, I assume.
Yeah, just a bit of fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen.
You
there
could
is
put
an
one on
episode.
yours.
Yeah, I probably could.
What episode is this? I haven't listened.
This is episode 90, Ron.
Oh.
It's an interesting episode, which we won't spoil now.
All right, tell me after.
But-
Tell me after.
Well, yeah. So, intro-wise, just need to say, get your tea towel submissions in. We've had a glut of submissions this week. It's been very fun.
It's looking good.
We are closing the submissions this Friday. So after Friday, that's it. We're donezo. Unless I haven't finished laying them out, in which case I'll just add them on, because why wouldn't I? But get them in by Friday. My tour dates are on sale. Don't forget that. And there's new dates gone up now. West Midlands is now on sale. So those of you that want a Birmingham, we've added Birmingham. You better fucking buy the tickets now. And then other dates are also being added next week. Anything to add up top, Ron?
No, just be kind to each other.
I will just say, content warning, we do discuss a little bit of climate change stuff in this episode.
Oh,
so
it's
just
that
be aware.
episode.
It's that episode. Okay, well, we'll see you when you know what we know. Yeah, but the problem with you eating granola now is that I can't edit out your eating noises because we're on one track.
No, this can be silent.
Ron is trying my homemade granola. He's mad because there's yogurt in it, but I specifically said, do you want granola with yogurt? And he said yes. And now he's claiming he didn't hear.
It's delicious.
It is. Do you like it? Oh, that's good. Because you know when you make something that's exactly for your taste and then you're like, I wonder if other people would find this disgusting, but it's exactly what I want.
Yeah. I wouldn't have put the yogurt on it, but apart from
But
that,
you just eat it dry.
I wouldn't eat it.
What? I don't understand that.
I like it.
It's delicious, but I would have it without the yogurt. But if there was no yogurt, I would not eat this.
But, like, I could eat granola if I wanted to eat granola, but I don't eat granola. In the same way that, like, butter's delicious, but I don't just eat butter.
Yeah, but you don't just eat butter for hopefully more reasons than you don't eat granola. Because you die if you just ate loads of butter. So you don't like it, but for granola it's not bad.
No, I really like it. When would I eat this in my day?
Breakfast.
What is this? It's breakfast.
You have it as a snack. You can have it whenever you like.
Yeah, I guess I don't have wet breakfast.
It's not as wet. If you put yogurt on breakfast, it's less wet than a milky breakfast. That's why I like yogurt on it.
Wetter than toast, though. That's still wet breakfast. I'm eating it with a spoon.
I'd say it's medium. Depends how much butter you put on your toast.
I don't have toast for breakfast.
What do you have? You don't have breakfast?
No.
I love
I actually
breakfast.
just have a milkshake, which is quite wet, but
That's really wet. I'd say that's wetter than that.
Yeah.
That's wetter than granola with yogurt.
that's a drink. Yum yum. That was nice.
It's delicious, isn't it? Yeah. I make
I
my own
wouldn't eat it.
granola now. It's delicious and I love it, but without the yogurt I would not eat it.
But I wouldn't eat it with the yogurt.
Then I'm not sure you like it, Ron.
No, I do like it.
But so it's just that...
I
the
like
fact
almond
that-
croissants, but I don't eat them.
Why? Why don't you eat the things you like?
Well, they're not around.
Get them.
I don't eat them. They're not
just-
things that I eat. They're not in my repertoire.
Yeah, but you just have to put them in your repertoire. I didn't make and eat my own granola until I went to Norway and had it for breakfast and thought, this is delicious. Why don't I do this more often?
What? I can't... Who am I? Napoleon? I can't just eat almond croissants all the time. That's
I
crazy.
don't think Napoleon was eating almond croissants.
Yes, he was. He wasn't...
Hey.
Oh, you think he was eating plain croissants? That's fucking mental.
I think he was at sea, he was eating ship's biscuit.
He
Hey,
wasn't eating
Ron,
ship's biscuits.
You know the Duke of Wellington?
Yeah.
Do you know by Wellington it just means like literally Wellington down the road? That Wellington. That's where he was the Duke of.
I always assumed that was named after him.
No, that was the like place he got given to say thanks for all those battles. He wasn't the Duke of Wellington before he won all the cool stuff. Then he did that.
Oh,
and they
but
were
he
like,
wasn't, like, from there.
No, that was just a bit that they had going. They were like, here, have Wellington.
What a slap in the face.
Right? I always assumed that there was somewhere else called Wellington, and then the other day it came up in a book, and I was like, I'm going to Google where's that Wellington that he's the
Where's
Duke
that
of.
Wellington boy?
It's just that one down the road.
What's the deal with the boots?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't Google that bit.
Uh,
And then do you think Wellington, New Zealand is named after that Wellington?
I imagine so.
You'd think it would be more of a tourist place, wouldn't you?
No. I imagine a tourist went once, turned around.
Let me have a look at Wellington boots. Why? Oh, Wellington. Boots called Wellington boots. Oh, originally worn by officers in the British Army, Wellington boots have been around since the 1790s. However, it was Arthur Wellesley, more commonly known as Duke of Wellington, who popularised the shoe in 1817.
So it's like a fucking pun. His name was Arthur Wellesley, and then they were like, oh,
That was
Welly.
partly why they liked Wellington, was because it was similar to the family name.
They just gave him a town.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it was prettier back then.
Yeah.
That is where we first discovered Snoop Dogg Cali Red.
Oh, I love Cali Red, but have you seen Cali Red in the shops recently?
No.
They've worked out how good it is. It's like £20 a bottle now.
Really?
Yeah, they really jacked up the prices.
Oh my god, they heroined us into it.
Yeah.
They offered it to us dirt cheap and then made it spendy. I told you not to eat granola in the podcast.
It's dusty, man.
That's why you need more yogurt. Glues it together.
Yeah.
It's nice though, huh?
It's nice. I wouldn't eat it, but it's nice.
Do you want some of my homemade bread?
No yogurt on it. Please.
We're going to have pudding tapas when Mum gets back.
Yeah.
It's chemistry today, Ron.
Same room episode.
Same room, haven't seen each other in a while, didn't do an intro outro today.
Yeah, went straight into the quiz.
Live show this weekend.
Yes, need to do all of the prep.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. I was being a clanger.
Yeah.
Episode 90.
Bloody hell.
You don't like it when I celebrate all the milestones, but 90's a big number.
Yeah. It's not a milestone.
No, but we're only 10 weeks off then, the 100th. Can we do 100 or are we just doing 2 years?
What did we do last year?
We did Dara for first year.
Then I say we do 2 years.
You want to have consistency.
Yeah, I'm very consistent.
You're not consistent at all.
When am I not consistent?
With your volume, with your eating, with your behaviour, with your segments.
But I don't know
with
why...
the effort you put into the prep for the episodes,
I
with your
don't-
opinion on the podcast, science.
I don't know why I get so much flack for the segments. I feel like I'm just bringing lots of fun ideas.
So it's like I'm juggling lots of plates and you just occasionally throw a new plate into the mix and expect me to continue juggling it.
Content-wise, what plates are you juggling?
Me?
Yeah.
Learning all the fucking stuff.
Yeah, showing up, larking about, having a faff, and then leaving again.
Do you know what I was going to say then? You try doing this podcast without me where it's just you reading the science dryly into a microphone, but I actually think, judging by podcasts that are very successful, that would be hugely popular.
That's what I'm doing. That's the secret project.
No!
I'm not even kidding.
No, I know it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like I listened to the Fall of Civilizations podcast, and that is literally just a very monotone man reading out about ancient history.
Yeah.
God damn it. I am the thing holding us back. Hey, if you listen to this because you like me, doesn't mean you don't like Ron, but can you tell me right now? Okay, love you. Bye. It's chemistry, Ron.
Yeah.
We've had a weird time of it lately because of some deleting that one of us did, can't remember, and then Valentine's
Yes.
special.
Well done juggling those fucking plates, mate.
There's a lot of... It's been the Greek portion of the podcast, but we've had lots of new patrons lately, so clearly it's going down well, matey boy.
Yeah.
People are like, hey, if we join the Patreon, maybe Laura will stop deleting half the content.
Yeah, I am. So I'm not really sure where we got to in the last chemistry.
Let me check the notes of glory. So that'll be 86 would have been the last one. Identification of common gases, which we did twice.
Yes, we did that twice.
Yep.
But then we did the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Cool.
Must be some chemistry in the atmosphere. I said, but it's cold in here. Must be some Tauros in the atmosphere.
What are you doing? What's that?
That's when Bring It On.
What's that?
It's a really fun film about cheerleaders.
I've not seen it.
Oh, it's really
Is it
fun.
a musical?
No. It's not. Don't look at me like that. It's not.
You're singing a song from it.
Because they're cheerleaders, you fucking dweeb.
So it's a musical.
No, it's not. They just do cheerleader chants sometimes. It's got...
They just say on the pitch?
What?
They just go out there and they just say the chant, or do they sing it?
Well, it's not a musical. If it's just that's like saying every film that's ever had a song playing in it is a musical.
Only if the people in it are singing the song.
No, not if they're singing a song and that's just part of like what's happening in the realism of the film.
It's kind of a musical.
No, it's not, Ron. Die. It's got that really hot woman in it that's now like a really cool. What's the word? Like a person that does good stuff for the world. She's like a... What's the word when you're like... nice, actively? What's her name? Gabriella Union. She's in it. She's really hot and she's like hardly aged a day. She's like 45 now and she is still slamming like looking 22. And she's also a really cool like activist. That's the word. She's an activist.
Oh, I recognise her. What is she in?
And I think it's got Kirsten Dunst in it. Is Kirsten Dunst in Bring It On?
Was she in Friends?
Yes, she was. She dated Ross in the later series. She was the other paleontologist. No, she dated Joey?
Yeah, she's not Charlie, the other paleontologist.
Is she not?
No.
Oh.
That's the woman that went on to be the host of Whose Line Is It Anyway? But I can't remember what her name is.
Gabrielle Union. Oh no, she's not. You're absolutely right. She's not in Friends.
She is in Friends. She's the one that Ross and Joey helped move into her house.
Oh, early doors. She's in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Great film.
She's in She's All That. She had a really strong 90s. And then her husband.
Not only is she not aged today, she looks way better now.
Who's her husband? Is Dwayne Wade, who is a basketball player.
Okay.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
He's a handsome man.
Mm-hmm. Activism. Union as an advocate for survivors of assault.
Which one?
NACL3. Is that one?
No, why did you say the 3? You ruined
Oh, damn it.
it.
I remember her in a documentary. I think it was it after... I don't want to get his name wrong. Hang on, what was his name?
Sean Penn?
No, Trayvon Martin, when he was killed, and then the basketball team all, like, wore... It was, like, at the beginning of a bit of a surgence of the Black Lives Matter movement, and the basketball team all had that photo shot done for Instagram with the hoods up, I think, because Trayvon Martin was killed because he had his hood up, and I think her husband was, like, a key player in that because they, as a couple, are really, like, cool activists. But I could be talking out my butthole, but I hope I'm not. I can't remember what documentary I saw that in, but... Anyway. The atmosphere.
Whoa. If you hover over the I'm feeling lucky button, like rolls a wheel, and then it says something different. So now it's saying I'm feeling stellar.
Oh.
And then if I click on that, it's showing me pictures of the Reflection Nebula.
Should we do the podcast?
Yeah, alright. So yeah, last time we went through the Earth's early atmosphere, okay?
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk a bit about how the atmosphere's changed since then.
Oh, is this going to scare me and depress me?
No.
Okay.
We will come on to carbon dioxide as a methane and methane as a greenhouse gas.
Okay. Try not to get any quieter than that, Ron, because I can barely see you talking.
Ooh!
Well, okay. Changes in the atmosphere. We're going through changes. in the atmosphere. My writing looks nice on this pen. I can't edit out the coughs and splutters in this one, so sorry, listeners. Suck it up your pipe hole.
It's because of the granola. 5.9.1.3.
5.9.1.3. I wish you were here with me.
How oxygen increased. Laura, how did oxygen increase in the atmos?
Well, as plant life took hold, they spat out more oxygen, and so oxygen increased.
Yep, how did they spit out oxygen?
By photosynthesizing, taking in carbon dioxide and spitting out oxygen.
Yep. What's the formula for photosynthesis?
CO2.
Yep.
Equals O2.
You're missing some bits.
I know, I'm trying to work out what they are. I'm just putting in the bits that I know about. CO2 plus H2O.
Yep.
Yes. Equals O2. So, and then I need H and C to go somewhere.
What else does it make?
CH4? Well, I've got a C and an H floating about that I have to deal with. So...
It might not be balanced right away.
No, I know that, but I've got to put in the bits before I can balance it, haven't I?
Yeah, you
so
do.
CO2 plus H2O equals O2 plus either CH or just C plus H, you know. Are they separate or are they making one?
It's one thing that you're missing. Something
What's
that
got C and H in it? Carbohydrates. Sugar! Yes, Laura! Your brain's on fire tonight. It makes glucose.
Yeah.
Which is C6O6H12.
Christmas holiday oranges. Yes. I can't believe you got that. Laura, I mean this really sincerely. That's the most impressed I've ever been with you.
Yes. Okay, but now it's not balanced because I've got 3 oxygens there and 8 there. So, oh God, I hate balancing these. So that needs to be at least 6 to make that 12. And that wants to be at least 6 to make that 6. But now I've got 6, 18. So that needs to be 9. So C6CO2 plus 6H2O equals 9O2 plus C6O6H12.
No. You've got 18 oxygens on the left and 24 on the right.
Yeah, I have. So... .602.
Yes. Well done. Well bloody done.
I'm really happy with that, to be honest.
There's 2 different things.
Carbohydrates. Carbon, hydrogen. I'm going to stop calling them carbs then. That's just carbon. No calories in carbon, mate. It must all be in the hydrogen.
Loads of calories in carbon.
Yeah. But
Why?
we're just breathing out. Yes, because we do get rid of energy in respiration. Oh my God, carbon is calories. God.
But also fats are hydrocarbons.
Yeah.
There are loads of energy in that.
But hydrogen is nothing, and it's everything.
What do you mean hydrogen's nothing?
Yeah. Okay.
It's all connected, man.
In the great circle of life. Baby raw.
What do you think was the first thing to start making all this oxygen? Lovely oxygen.
Algae.
'Twas algae.
Yes! Oh, I'm so clever!
When do you think algae first produced oxygen?
Way before single-celled or life forms.
Algae is a single cell.
Okay. The Mesozoic era.
Throw out a number of years ago.
Oh, 10 billion.
You're in the right order. 2.7 billion.
Oh, all right then. 2.7 billion years ago, before shoes were invented, some algae sneezed and life began.
What's that?
I don't know, it's a bit.
It sounded like a reference.
Well, I feel like it's a reference to in documentaries where a deep voice goes, 7 million years ago, volcanoes happened and the dinosaurs had to hide.
Why have you gone so Swedish?
It's a Swedish documentary I'm watching. Shut up.
So for context, Laura, do you know how long ago the dinosaurs were?
500 million years ago.
They died out about 70 million years ago.
Okay.
So,
but they were around for 100 million years, weren't they?
Yeah, a long time.
Really long
200
time.
million years.
Yeah.
Before that, yeah.
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 But algae beat them all. And algae's still here.
Yeah.
So fuck you, dinosaurs. Algae's sitting there in the sea, blooming away.
Yeah.
You might have been a giant plesiosaur, but guess who's here? Gloopy little me. My PT was telling me that she goes swimming and you can tell when the sea has hit a certain temperature in the spring because the algae bloom happens and she sea swims, and then she says you can tell because you get out and you take your swim costume off and all this green stuff falls out of it.
That's horrid.
Yeah, I don't understand why anybody would ever swim in the sea, but...
Yeah, I'd be like, sea's too hot, can't go in, algae pants.
Yeah, but if it's any colder than that, it's really cold.
Yeah. I'd swim in a pool, I reckon.
I don't even really like swimming in a pool, to be honest.
No, I like fresh water, maybe a river.
No, I don't like that either. I like to swim on holiday, where it's okay that I'm fat because I'm British, and it's warm, and I don't care. I do not like to swim anywhere in the UK, and I have to swim every week now I have a child, and I hate it. The ends of my hair get wet and flick out.
Why do you have to swim?
Because she's got to learn to swim, and it's good for her.
Can't you just pay someone to teach her how to swim?
We don't make any money from this podcast, Ron.
No. Sign up to the Patreon or drown a child.
Or tell House of Games to finally have me on as a guest. It's getting embarrassing now.
Yeah, it's embarrassing how much Mum and Dad ask you about it. Why haven't you been on?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't been on. Everybody else I know has been on it.
Yeah, they don't see tech companies and they're like, why don't you run their customer success department?
I remember after I did Live at the Apollo, walking through London with Mum, and she just straight out said, I really thought after doing Live at the Apollo your career would take off. That was a bleak day.
Yeah.
We all did, Mum. We all did.
But we're here now. It will be all right.
Here I am, holding back not just my career, but Ron's too. He could be a successful Dan Carlin of science, except for me.
No, I'm trying to record my special project at the moment, but I find it very hard to just talk.
Do you want me to just sit there quietly and nod?
No. You'd be a menace.
Do you want husband of the podcast?
To do...
Why don't you get younger sister of the podcast? She's really into being involved.
That's
what we should do when she gets here tomorrow, is do our crime episode.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it in the car.
I don't think we can hold one of these microphones in the car.
Why? Hang it from the ceiling of the car, man.
I think it'll pick up a lot of vibrations and sadness.
No, I think not if we hang it from the ceiling.
No, because I think the top of the car vibrates too, Ron.
Not if it was on a string.
You won't set this up, for one. 2, no. 3, why don't we just do it when we get back here?
I don't know.
Or do it after the funeral on Wednesday, be like, sorry, we can't stay for the wake.
Do it at the funeral.
Should we live stream the funeral as Patreon? It's what Nana would have wanted.
I think ticket it.
She'd never heard of podcasts, let alone Lex Education, but
yeah.
I think she'd have wanted us to live stream it.
Yeah, she wouldn't know what a live stream was.
We'll go live on Instagram.
Yeah.
Should we just go to the funeral with sunglasses on, we're big TikTok stars? We've got 68 followers.
I probably will have sunglasses on if it's sunny.
You're going to look like my bodyguard.
Won't you be wearing sunglasses?
No, I didn't bring my sunglasses.
Oh.
It's February.
Yeah, but it could be sunny in February.
Yeah, but
It's not like
I
don't wear sunglasses because my eyes get hot.
I don't know when my sunglasses are. They're a really old prescription, but I can't afford new prescription sunglasses, so I've just lost them.
I bought some Ray-Bans.
I can't do that because I need my prescription, and so I have to get proper ones, and then it's expensive, man.
Yeah.
And I was all steamed up to do it this year, and then I had my eye test, and I didn't need to change these glasses prescriptions. So I thought, can't justify just buying new sunglasses, so
That's
I didn't.
fair.
Algae.
Yeah, so algae, 2.7 billion years of algae. You see algae and you think it's a bit of shit, right, when you see it?
No,
It's not.
It's really nutrient rich.
Okay. Is it the supernaturalists where they eat algae? Algae tanks? Algae tanks?
Algae tanks.
Algae tanks? No. It's mortal engines. Ignore. Says over the next billion years, plants evolved, and the percentage of oxygen increased to a level that lets animals evolve.
Ooh. Question.
Hello.
You say lets animals evolve, but lets animals as we know them evolve. Had that not happened and animals still wanted to evolve, they could have just breathed something different?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that it's impossible, but you have to presume that there's a reason why they did it with oxygen.
Okay. Because even fish, it's oxygen they're getting out of the water, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Is there anything on Earth that doesn't breathe oxygen?
No, oxygen's always there and they're respiring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thank you, Ron.
That's okay. I think what it's also saying there is because the concentration of oxygen in the air directly affects how big things can get and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Because and especially simple life.
So like more oxygen, more big animals.
Yeah, and especially simple creatures because things like bugs don't have complex circulatory systems like we do. Mm-hmm. So they rely a lot more on diffusion.
There was a lot of chat in the Discord about bugs after we last chatted about them. How they fly and stuff. Turns out some of our patrons are really into bugs.
Yeah, that tracks. That scans.
Yeah.
Well, back in day, there have been periods where there's been a lot more oxygen in the atmosphere than there is now, and bugs got wild big back then.
Really?
We're talking like spiders the size of cats. We're talking like millipedes as long as double-decker buses. I don't know why I said double-decker. As long as buses.
Yeah, the height, yeah. It doesn't really matter. Wow, that's big.
Yeah. Because, they could... the oxygen just could get in more.
The other day I was thinking about how cool it would have been 200 years ago, how many more birds there were.
How many more everything?
The sky would have just been full of birds all the time.
Yeah.
Now it's always empty.
Yeah, there'd have been loads of bugs and birds and animals. You'd go for a walk in the forest and you'd see loads of shit. You'd go to the sea and there'd be dolphins and whales and stuff.
It's all gone.
We really fucked it up.
Yeah. Okay.
But I remember there being more bugs when I was a kid.
No, I think we just played in bugs more.
No, I genuinely believe that. Like, when you were a kid, if you left your window open, loads of bugs would get in.
Yeah, that still happens, Ron.
It doesn't happen to me anymore.
You live in the middle of a city.
Is that it?
As somebody that lives in the countryside, having moved to the countryside 4 years ago, now my house is a fly festival in the summer.
Yeah, that's only because you're covered in cartoon stink lights all the time.
You lived with us through the summer. There were bugs everywhere.
Yeah, I've got a really funny video of husband of the podcast strolling around clapping two chopping boards together trying to get them. He looks like such a fucking dork.
It's because you have lived in Brussels and Bristol and you've just lived city centrally with not much grass around you.
I own a shirt, an orange corduroy shirt, that attracts flies. They get stuck in the ridges.
Well, you are your own flypaper.
It's really weird.
Just wear that to reassure yourself about the world.
No. 5.9.1.4. How carbon...
I can't study anymore.
how carbon dioxide decreased. Where did it go, Laura? Where did it go?
It got stored up in peat bogs and oil and stuff.
Yep. Yeah. And it also gets put into rocks.
Whoa. Oh, like diamonds.
Yeah, formation of sedimentary rocks. Algae in plants, obviously. Nosh on it.
Nosh on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plants eat it.
Yeah. And there's lots of it dissolved in the ocean.
Oh.
It's one of the things that's really going to fuck us. Because as the Earth gets hotter, the oceans warm up, and gases dissolve better in cold water. So as they get hot, the oceans release carbon dioxide into the air, and it's kind of a positive feedback loop leading to the heat death of ecosystems. .9.2 Carbon dioxide and methane as greenhouse gases. Laura, what's a greenhouse gas?
It's a gas that sort of collects in the top of our atmosphere, creating a layer that lets heat in but does not let heat back out.
Yeah, effectively. So essentially what happens is it lets light in, then the sunlight heats the earth, then the earth irradiates heat energy back out, and it traps the heat but not the light, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you name any common ones?
CO2.
Yep.
Um,
I said 2 in the...
Yeah, methane.
Yeah.
What's that one that was in fridges?
CFC.
Yeah.
I think that was more about burning holes in the ozone layer.
Oh, and we've actually fixed that hole in the ozone layer now, haven't we?
Yeah, ozone's back, baby.
Yeah. You're welcome, New Zealand. I want to say Freon, but
I think that's the same thing.
Helium?
Nope.
Carbon monoxide?
It probably is, but there's not really enough of it in the atmosphere for that to be a thing. If there was loads of carbon monoxide in the atmosphere, we'd all be a lot drowsier than we are today.
Methane, carbon dioxide. I don't know, Ron. What else do cars pump out?
It's water vapour.
Oh.
That's all of the ones in the cells.
Oh, alright.
Now, Laura, knowing what you know about light and how that works,
Mm-hmm.
so it says here, students should be able to describe the greenhouse effect in terms of interaction of short and long wavelength radiation with matter. So knowing what you know about light...
I don't want to talk about greenhouse gases and the heat death of the planet.
We have to.
I don't want to.
We have to.
I don't want to.
People must know.
People do know.
Yes,
We're
but...
either powerless to do anything or we don't care because we want short-term riches.
Yes, but when all of the Labour MPs listening to the podcast hear this will change their minds.
Why would Labour MPs be listening? We've been very actively pro-trans rights.
Yeah. Labour MPs can go fuck themselves, to be fair. Vote Green.
What's the question? I just feel sad now.
Long and short wavelength radiation interacting with greenhouse gases. How do you think that works?
I don't know, Ron.
The short wavelengths gets in and the long wavelengths get absorbed and reflected back.
Okay.
Do you just want to skip this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just can't be funny about the thing that scares me right down to my bowels.
Okay. I'm scrolling.
Well, I mean, I can be, and I was in trying, but I feel like that was all I had. It's just sad and pathetic.
Scrolling.
It's good that they're teaching kids about it, though. I guess. Because in 45 years, when they have the power to do
Fuck, we
something.
finished chemistry.
What? You can't end on global warming?
We finished chemistry.
What, so they just do the syllabus and here's how you die, kids, that's it?
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
I guess next episode you do an exam.
Well, none of us saw this coming.
No.
I'm not ready to do an exam. I think we need to recap the whole of chemistry.
Okay, we could have a couple of revision episodes, sure.
50 revision episodes.
Well, no, because... No,
Do you think we should do the exam as a live show? Maybe that's what Cheerful Earful should be.
well, no, because you'll forget it all by then. That's months away.
I've forgotten it all now. It's been months ago.
Months away ago.
Months away ago.
No. Let's not do that. 'Cause
Okay.
That's you doing an exam on the stage.
Yeah, well,
I think
you riff.
I think we could live stream it.
You just riff.
Well, I just play the guitar.
Just
poetry.
Oh, I can't believe they just do students so dirty like that. Here's the things your grandparents and parents did. You're going to die, or at least the last 10 years of your life is going to be a hard scrabble for existence.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Here's why you're going to be fighting in the water wars later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll see you for the quiz.
It's a short episode.
That was 35 minutes.
Okay.
It is a short episode.
Yeah, well, we're done.
Bloody hell, Harry. And Mum's home, we can have pudding tapas now.
Oh, lovely. Lucky us.
We should offset the carbon of this podcast.
Yeah.
All right, then. Join the Patreon so we can afford to offset the carbon.
Do you not remember what we did in the last chemistry episode?
I don't, Ron. But whatever it was, we do have to be nicer to each other today. Have you seen any of the Discord chat today?
No.
Feedback for the episode that dropped yesterday includes, I do wish they'd be nicer to each other. I felt uncomfortable listening to it.
Which
I
episode
was worried.
that?
It was the last episode of the podcast.
Oh, yeah, which episode was it?
The Magnets redo.
Oh.
Apparently I made a noise that woke up a cat.
I haven't listened to that one. Maybe I'll have to listen to it.
Stop peeling your tattoo.
I'm not. I was just cleaning bits of flunk off of it.
Yeah, mine's super. I said yesterday mine's not that peely. It's peely today.
Yeah, mine looks like lots of little butterflies flying off my arm.
I had to wear leggings today for my workout, and I think that sort of exfoliated it ever so slightly. And then I had a shower, and I was like, all of the ink's coming out, but then it's still there as well.
I think because of where mine is, when I roll my sleeves up, it does a job on it. Yeah. So yeah, we can be nicer to each other. I don't know why we'd have been cross to each other, and
Because you kept bringing up the horseshoe magnets.
it was a good bit.
That is what happened. Oh, yeah. We kind of half finished chemistry.
Yes, well, you didn't want to do the rest of chemistry.
Okay, I've been thinking about it, and we should, because shying away from the issue is not helping.
Ooh!
Oh, he's gone. He's walking away. He's got a nice plant in the background. He's got a book.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
I've started reading... Ow! Fuck!
He has hit himself with the book. Right on the bridge of the nose, too, and it's a hardback book.
Oh, no.
Maybe in the eye socket.
Oh, the corner right on the eyebrow. So
They're big eyebrows.
I started reading this book. It's called Not the End of the World by Hannah Ritchie. And it's basically... it's designed for people like you, Laura, that get, like... that it really gets them down, like about the environmental stuff. And she says in it that basically she wrote it for herself 10 years ago because she was in the exact same position. And it's basically about kind of like what is actually going right and what are the actual things like that we can do to fix it, rather than a lot of sort of doom and gloom attitude around the environment. It's interesting.
Okay.
Recommend.
I'll borrow it when you finished it.
Yeah, dispelling a lot of myths and stuff. Because, when we were at the zoo the other day and that guy was talking about palm oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she talks about that in this and about how it actually is a really, if you do it sustainably, it's an amazing crop to have because it's so dense in, like, the energy that you can get out of it and the oil and stuff. But, obviously, you have to just do it sustainably. So it's not that we don't know how to do these things, we just have to.
Yeah, but that's the bit, though, isn't it? That's the bit that always brings me back to depression, is that we have to do it.
Yeah, but lots of not everything is going wrong.
Oh.
And also, she talks a lot about how, the targets and stuff around these things, like the whole it's a lot about rejigging the way that you think about it, because the 1.5 global warming target and stuff, there's a lot, you read a lot of news articles and things about how it's basically all fucked if we reach past that, but it's not. That's just the target that we're aiming for. And then if you view it as a precipice, then a lot of people kind of go, oh well, fuck it, we're going to hit that anyway. Why should I care? Whereas there's actually, no, we need to, that's a target that we need to exceed. But if we go over it, we still need to try really hard. And kind of rejigging that around it is interesting.
Okay, I'm interested. Well, maybe we can incorporate some of this book into the next bit then about carbon and the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Okay, so we haven't finished chemistry. We will finish the syllabus.
Okay, we're going to finish it. Right, okay. Well, so we can't really do that today because I haven't prepped any of that because I didn't know that's what we were going to be doing.
Oh, do you remember when I balanced that equation, though, pretty well?
Yeah.
Only a small mistake.
It was basically the only thing that we did in the bulk of this episode was that equation.
No. Ask me what increased oxygen in the atmosphere.
Photosynthesis, which is that equation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first thing to appear? Algae. Well done, Laura.
Ding. Quiz done. So, I was basically just going to ask you that equation, but you've already got it written down, so that's fine. What we need to do, Laura, and what I thought we could spend this time doing is working out what we're doing with the podcast.
No, we were supposed to talk about that between recording.
But we didn't.
No. Well, we had a very busy week, Ron.
Exactly, so we can just do it now. Because actually...
that's fun for people to listen to.
We will finish physics today.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, why don't we pick one of the sciences and do it for A-level?
Why not all three?
Because physics is tedious and shit.
But I feel like that's kind of part of it, no?
But if you were doing your A-levels, you wouldn't do all three sciences. That would be mad.
I did all three sciences and maths.
What about we don't? No, okay. We can do all three, but I feel like, though, I am not ready to sit an exam at all.
No,
in
so
any
this
way,
is
shape or form.
So we do. I looked through the syllabus in preparation for this, and we do still have a good couple of weeks left of biology, maybe even 4 or 5.
Okay.
Maybe less than that, because a lot of what we're going through now is stuff that we've covered in the live shows, so that we will probably speed through fairly quickly. But yeah, there's at least a few months worth of content of biology left. So, do we want to do recaps? Do we want to do some pop quiz style stuff? How are we doing this exam? I thought maybe we, some recappy kind of things, but then also maybe getting you to do some assignments on stuff to really learn it.
I don't want to do any work outside of the podcast, Ron. It's already quite a heavy workload. I don't also want to write an essay, but perhaps you could give me a subject and I will run the lesson and tell you all about it.
Okay, yeah, we could do some reverse teaching things.
Yeah?
Yeah. A subject that's like recapping the stuff we've already done.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to learn more stuff.
Yeah.
That would be insane. So when you do A-level, is it the same stuff but in more depth, or is it new stuff? Is there more stuff you have to know?
Both.
Okay. It's basically going to go, hey, you know all that stuff that you've barely managed to squash into your head for GCSE? You need to forget that because it's not typically accurate. It's just how we have to teach it at that point, and now you need to learn it a different way.
Meh, a bit.
Have you had a haircut and a shave?
I've had a shave.
Huh. Very dapper, Ron. What are you doing tonight?
Going out.
Going clubbing?
No.
Going to a party?
No, I've got a date.
Ooh. Who with?
We don't talk about this. We don't have to.
I want to know.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of the same stuff, but in more detail, for sure. For sure, it will be. I was just looking at the chemistry stuff, and yeah, it's the shape of simple molecules and ions. Oh, we're going to do bond polarity. Bond polarity's lovely.
I don't believe you.
Forces between molecules, van der Waals. Yeah. What are we going to do when we finish A-level, though, Laura?
I'm going to get a degree.
Really? We're going to do 3 degrees?
I think when we finish A-level, we'll just have to stop doing the podcast, I think. We'll have to choose a new subject.
Yeah.
Or just give up.
Yeah.
If we've got 500 patrons by the time we finish A-level, we'll continue with a new subject.
Okay.
If we haven't, nobody will ever hear from us again.
So... Okay. So yeah, we'll do some recap episodes, and I'll try and get you teaching some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe we'll try and do some more visual bits and pieces.
Ugh, if you like.
Yeah. But yeah, that's chemistry. But no, because we'll carry on with chemistry.
Got some more.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that next week. This is a bad episode, isn't it?
No. Well, it probably is now that you've said that, and then we've paused for a while people try and remember it and go, yeah, it was actually. Why don't you tell a fun story just before we go?
What?
I'll tell you a fun story. You know that moisturiser that I didn't want to buy that you bought?
Yeah.
I left it in Leicester.
You must have left it in the kitchen at the Black Horse. Yeah.
I think I did. Yeah. Yeah. Whoopsie. I'm just using the one that smells like cocoa butter now.
That's probably fine. It's not such an open wound now.
Yeah. Ron stabbed me last week. No, not really. We're talking about tattoo healing.
Yeah.
Well, should we end this episode then and do another one?
Probably should, yeah.
Okay. All right.
See you for the
we'll
outro.
Put a lot of pizzazz into the intros, outros.
Yeah, we're going to have to really jazz those up.
Okay, maybe some...
Sorry.
Okay, Ron, so, as we said at the end of the episode, it needs a very lively and fun and good outro to stop it being a terrible episode.
Yeah, bye. Wait there.
We need 15 minutes of absolute banging... He's not even listening, he's taking his headphones off. Banging gold, I was going to say, but now it's just a one-person podcast. A monologue, if you will, instead of a dialogue. Duologue.
I'm back.
Hi.
What did you say while I was gone?
I said we need 15 minutes of banging content to rescue this episode.
Okay, so I think I've got a really good idea of what we're going to do for
Where
the rest...
did you go, by the way?
Just over there.
What for?
I think I've got a really good idea.
Why did you go over there?
Shut up. I think I've got a really good...
why did you
To
go
get this
over there?
book. I think I've got a really good idea of what we can do for the rest of chemistry, because you wanted to cover the rest of the content, right? But it makes you sad to the pits of your arms when we talk about these kind of things. So I thought we could go through the content, but then I could also read this book, and then we could talk about all of it in this context, and it might be more interesting and less dry than just talking about GCSE climate change.
That could be really good. So the book Ron's on about is the one he mentions in the episode. It's Not the End of the World by Hannah Ritchie. And there's a note, I'll put a link in the notes and we'll pop it in the Discord too for anyone interested. Because Ron, last week when I was writing the episode notes, I was very bored. And I find writing the episode notes very boring.
Yeah.
That go on out published with the podcast, whatever they're called, like the record sleeve notes. And so I just wrote in it, does anybody actually read these? And loads of people got in touch and said, yeah, I'll read them.
Oh.
I was like, whoa.
Thanks, guys.
I'd never read that bit. Judge it by the title.
I don't even really know which bit you're talking about.
You know, when the podcast is on your podcast player and it just has a little description of what's in the episode?
No.
Hang on, I'll show you on Complete Guide. So, no, I've skipped a load of the episode I'm listening to. Bloody hell, Harry. Here we go, look. On Complete Guide, it's like that.
Oh, theirs is very short.
I have to write those every week. And I'm never very sure if it's for new listeners or whether it's just to get search terms in that our podcast might show up under. And anyway, there's a little...
Yeah, if you know about SEO, get in touch.
I do know about... Well, I used to know about SEO. It's probably all changed now. Nobody really knows about SEO, Ron.
That's not true. It's quite a defined science.
No, it's not. They change it constantly.
Yes, but they change it to things people know about.
Kind of, a little bit. But everybody says Google's dead these days.
Somewhat.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What do you use? I use Ask Jeeves.
No, you don't. I use Google.
I never search stuff. I just already know it.
I don't really care.
Oh, Ron, my tattoo is so itchy.
Really? Now?
Yeah, and the centre of my lily just won't go back to normal.
Yeah, mine. The centre of mine's taken longer as well, but that's fine.
It's scabba-dabba-doo.
Is yours all scabby now?
Well, just the centre of the lily, yeah.
Mine's getting there. Almost healed. Then I did get another tattoo on Monday, so that one's now healing.
Did you?
Yeah.
From the guy that you were messaging through our Instagram account?
Yeah.
Aw, ledge.
Yeah. So that's fun.
This isn't 15 minutes of banging content, Ron.
No, so...
What did you get up to at the weekend?
It's Friday.
Oh, what are you doing this weekend?
So it's St. David's Day, I think, today.
Oh.
So I've been...
Do you know him?
I've been invited for some call at...
Which one's David? Is that Wales?
Wales,
Is that daffodils? Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been having some call at a friend's house.
What's call?
So we were told it was a specific Welsh stew that you eat on St. David's Day, but it comes to pass it just means stew. So we're having nondescript stew. Which...
Nondescript stew feels like a guy you meet at a festival.
Yes. And then tomorrow I'm going suit shopping for sports... Well, he's been overtaken as sports correspondent, really, by Agony Dad. So nondescript correspondent Max.
He needs to get himself on the podcast. Where are you, Max?
Well, what do you want him to talk about?
His wedding.
Wedding correspondent Max?
Yeah, I would like him. I'm going to set him a series of celebrity weddings that he needs to report to us on.
I'll message him now.
Oh, we can call it Staff Room with Max. And he is the gossip mag, and he tells us all about celebrity gossip.
Now, actually, Max has pitched before the conversation has come up after a couple of pints at the pub. If you had to start a podcast, what would it be? And Max has said that his would be basically the opposite of that, kind of where people have to just explain to him what's going on in the current zeitgeist, and he has to make heads or tails of it.
Love it. Why did you want to know about the royal family gossip, by the way?
Because I just wanted to know.
Oh.
We could just play those voice notes.
I was explaining to Ron all about the Kate Middleton saga at the moment because I am obsessed.
But
Ron thinks Charles is dead.
no, I don't think Charles is dead. I think Kate's dead.
After I sent those voicemail notes yesterday, though, Kensington Palace did release a statement yesterday, Ron, but it was really curt and abrupt and just like, we told you we weren't going to update anything. Fuck off. It's well cranks.
Yeah, she's dead though, right?
I don't know. Or she's divorcing him. I'd be surprised if she was dead, but I think she might be leaving him.
But surely she'd have been seen out on the streets or something if she was leaving him. Like, they can't keep her under house arrest because she wants to get a divorce.
They can. They're the literal royal family. They'd do anything.
I hate them. I hate them so
too.
much.
Yeah. Not a big fan, but I do love a popcorn from a distance.
Yeah, no, I don't think Charles is dead, but then it's all a bit weird.
Yeah. It's very what's the word? Unnormal. Irregular for the royal family to be behaving in this way. It's all gone tit-pot since the Queen died, hasn't it?
Yeah, so I reckon she's dead, and then they don't want to announce it because they don't know what to do. Because I think they know that if they have another big state funeral or anything, the nation's going to kick off.
They can't have another dead Princess of Wales.
Yeah, and that. Even an evil one, like even Diana's Wario can't die. So I think they're keeping it under wraps. Maybe
I'm going to put it on the Patreon list, Ron. You and I are going to do a royal family episode.
Shall I invite Max?
Yeah.
All right, I'll invite Max.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. So don't worry. We have kind of got to the end of chemistry, but we will be continuing it for a bit, and we will be covering the rest of the syllabus, despite the terror that it contains. And then I guess it's A level. Well, it's exam, and then it's A level, isn't it? So how exciting! Don't forget to get your tea towel images in. Closing submissions this Friday.
Class dismissed.
Oh, very quick.